Morning. It's Friday, September 24th. Just making breakfast. I have a presentation, my international presentation today. So I'm really excited about that. I stayed up working on it. And I feel really good about it. I mean, it's stuff that I know, so yeah. But I haven't meditated this morning just because I went to bed late and I was typing most of the day yesterday, and I felt it, like my arms, and I was taking breaks. Like I took a walk. I went to Costco. Actually, I didn't go to Costco. I went to I tried another store that I always pass by, and actually it reminds me of Food for Less. So there was a sense of like, oh, growing up there was always a Food for Less or a Super King, and that so I went in there instead, and then because I think I'm all strong and stuff, I didn't take a car and walked there. And it's a good 20-minute walk. So back, I was trying to be mindful of what I was carrying, and when I purchased, I was like, I can carry this. God, I'm so happy. I mean, I had one bag here and one bag here to just kind of level it out. And then I ended up getting, when I used to carry a lot of bags for work, like, I remember it used to be called Bag Lady, because I had one bag full of all my toys, and then my other laptop bag, and it was always on the same shoulder. And so I would get these red lines right here, just the strain of it, right? So I went to shower this morning. I was like, oh snap. But anyways, I mean, I was exhausted when I got back, so I slept a little bit and then kept working. But my body was aching a little bit, and I was like, ooh, I should take more breaks or not procrastinate, because that's what I tend to do. But I went to bed and I had a dream. I had a dream of church, actually. I dreamt that I was going back to church, my old church. And I was arriving on a horse. I was arriving on a horse. And then one of the women who I was really like, she's really great. She's wonderful. She's a beautiful spirit, very peppy and cheerful, and like she can really encourage you and then also really be with you. She's just very strong in the word, right? And she was there to greet me and welcome me back, basically. And she's saying, and then I'm telling her, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. That's what I remember saying to her. It's good to be back, as I'm getting off this horse inside the church. So I thought that was weird, because I'm like, I didn't go to bed thinking about them. And yeah, it's so weird. So I woke up and I didn't remember my dream. Like, I remember having a dream, but I don't remember my dream until I was getting ready. I was like thinking about it. I'm like, oh, why do I have this feeling that I remember this person? And it's just, yeah. So I thought that was interesting. Yeah. So MJ's morning message resonated in that she's speaking to, the importance of, and I'll post it, but really the importance of, when you do ask, well, for what stood out for me, because a lot of it I already knew, but what stood out for me was trust that when you ask for help and that you're given the answer, trust it. Like, don't check or recheck. I'm like, oh. Because that's what I was doing yesterday. I was checking and rechecking, right? And what I do with that is, like, I did a tarot spread for this weekend, the modified Celtic cross, for myself, really. And again, the whole purpose of me learning to do tarot was so that I'm not relying on the people, right, who I follow, right, that I could pick up the storyline for myself and what is yet to come for me, right? And then I'm having these dreams, right? And there's this emotional connection to these dreams. Not so much that the details play out. It's the emotional response to what I'm seeing, right? And struggling with that last dream with this person from my past, of seeing this extreme side of him that I know is not him, and feeling like I was being played tricks on, because and then after realizing, right, like, no, it's just the emotional response, right, that my soul is telling me, no, listen, no. and yesterday there was this push and pull within me, really. Well, these last couple of days since that, there's been a push and pull within me about it. Like, I know that that's what I'm going to do. Like, I know that that's what I'm going to do, because it's a consistent theme, right? Battery's going to die out. But I think just deep down, I'm struggling. Like, I know I'm going to accept it. I think I'm just struggling with it. That's all. Just struggling. But I know I'll get there. I'll know I'll accept it. And so it's just funny because I spent my time listening to all the tarot readings, and it's the same thing. And there was one that was trippy because I hadn't listened to her since last fall, actually. Her name's Baba Jolie. I'll include her links. But she's mentioning Salvador Dali. She's mentioning, like, just things that I'm just like, oh God. She's just like, you know, when you just know? When you just know. You just know. It's, yeah. But anyways, that's all. Battery's gonna die. I'm excited for today, and see what happens next. Bye. Hi. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience, and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me.